Welcome to Between the Mics podcast, where we will talk about anything and everything. Who knows? We might talk about sports games that we're watching, what's going on in our lives outside of podcasting and streaming, motivational things that we want to share, the live streaming that we're doing, the games that we're playing, and who knows, probably some tech. But all I know is that there will be lots of laughs and great stories told. Between the Mics, you have myself, known as the awesome Dado online, or you can just call me Mike, and my co-host, known as Flinty Dog online, or you can call him AJ. We appreciate and are excited to have you here and joining us and listening to us as we take you through our chaotic mayhem of thoughts between the mics.
All right.
Well, hello there. Welcome on in, gang. We're here. We have the three boys, the three amigos, if you will. We're taking a whole new step here at Between the Mics podcast. You should be able to see all of our lovely faces. You got me. Hello, I'm Dado. Flinty is frozen because he's moving around too much like a fucking psycho.
I have to watch because I'm bouncing my leg and then like it just creates a chain reaction.
I'm going to strap you to your chair. Chill out.
Oh,
it's not going to stop the leg. A little nervous snaps.
It's not even on the leg that I'm strapping you to. And then you got the Merc Market with us too, so welcome on in, fellas.
How's it going?
Oh, we're chilling. We are chilling.
Big chilling.
I got my leg tapping too.
Stop it, both of you. That's as bad as Gabs yelled at me that one time when we did a podcast episode and I was in that hotel room and I sat there and I clicked the pen the whole time. So here, Gabs, this is for you. Look, it's a little fluffy thing that makes no noise. Look at that.
I got my fidget toy. I got a little coin from Daniel Defense.
There you go.
I'm just tapping both legs. That's all
Yeah, just keep the camera moving evenly at least. Merc's actually on a treadmill. He's on a standing treadmill doing his exercise while we do the podcast.
You got to get your steps in. You got to get your steps in, man.
You know, he's been playing that Pokemon Go. He's trying to hatch eggs.
Yeah.
Is that still a thing?
Believe it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
for
still
real?
Still got huge following. Yeah, it's fun. They added a lot to it.
Oh, I never got into it. But
Him and I still play it.
Who?
It's a little pay to play, and you kind of need friends for it. And I ain't got a whole lot of those, so I suck.
Yeah, we both have one friend on it, and it's each other.
It's you two, yeah.
Slowly sending things back and forth to each other. Yeah. But to get like the really nice Pokemon, you have to do these raids, and you need like 3 to 5 people to do the raids. So I have like no super nice Pokemon or anything like that. I don't know that many people.
I just remember almost hitting people walking across the streets where I grew up because they would be too busy paying attention. And I lived in a very busy city, and I was like, it almost turned into a game with Flinty and I on how many of these people I could almost take out with my truck.
Oh, dude, the one that clipped the mirror.
Oh, yeah, that dude was an idiot.
I tell you what, you remember how there was like no speed limits on that game? Like you could do it driving. You could play the game driving.
Yeah.
So off road in Mexico, I used to drive around and play that game, and I was the guy about hitting people.
I wasn't playing the game. I hit people that were out
game,
walking on the sidewalk trying to catch their Pokemon.
It was in the middle of the desert in a controlled environment, privately owned land and everything like that, with signs up, all that kind of fun stuff. So.
Do not attempt at home. This was on a closed course with professionals.
So, right. So they had to make rules for people like that.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Now there's speed limits.
Yeah, I think it's like 25 mile an hour now. 20 or 20.
No, I think it's 30. You can't spin a Pokestop going over 30 miles an hour.
You know, that's probably still one of the biggest franchises known to man is Pokemon.
Really?
It's going well. Yeah, with the cards and everything. Right. You know, it's not just Pokemon Go. There's a lot of other stuff going on, too.
Well, I know, even the Game Boy games and all that. I'm surprised that they haven't, and they might have, I don't know. Have they brought that to the Nintendo Switch?
Yeah,
Or
they actually have an open world Pokemon game. I can't remember what it's called, but basically it's kind of like GTA in a sense, but Pokemon wise, like you kind of like go around and collect Pokemon. I'm just saying open world concept of like
Sure.
GTA.
Yeah,
I'm not saying like GTA where you're like pulling people out and like popping
Drive-by
them
vine whips.
I was
Yeah.
going to ask, who's the Pokemon stripper at the Purple Unicorn or wherever the hell it's called in GTA?
I don't know, but on the Switch they have a good bit. Like I want them to remaster Pokemon Stadium.
Who's a Pokemon guy? I have like a whole bunch of cards in the back room of the basement here that probably are worth some money, and somebody would be like, "Bro, those are good cards." I'm like, whatever. I collected them when I was a kid, and they
Hey,
sit
if
back
you
there.
ever want to, slide those your boys' way,
I got two
I'll,
8-year-olds upstairs, home slice.
I'll fight them
fight
both.
them
It's fine. I'll fight them both. It's fine. I ain't afraid to fuck up my nephews. It's fine. Let me find that first class Charizard. I'll bust a kid up for it.
First edition shiny holographic Charizard. VMAX going for it.
Why's your kid sleeping? I don't know. He just fell asleep.
But look what I found!
Let me put it in this perspective. If you still have Pokemon cards from your childhood, Mikey, there's probably a good handful of them. There's probably a Charizard out there or a Dragonite or Mewtwo, whatever, that is worth like $30K.
They'd have to be in really good condition, like in a hard box their whole life, good condition.
I would tell you that these cards came out of the little package that they came in and went into a very nice binder sheath, and that's where they've lived their entire life.
Yeah, guarantee some
might
of
be
them are
worth
probably I
If they're
think
good.
I
like
know
they
what
could go
I'm
from
doing
like
this weekend.
30 cents a card to like I think I've seen one of the cards like first Johto League. Brian
Indigo, like the first one.
Indigo, yeah. There was some of them that are going for like $150,000-$200,000.
That's insane. I mean, to the robber that's listening to this podcast right now, I have nothing. My basement is full of toilet
Just so you
paper.
know, stay strapped or get clapped.
Don't be scared. Be prepared.
May or may not be landmines in my yard that only I know where they're at.
Yep.
Use that information as you will.
So when you see somebody tiptoeing across your yard later,
But yeah,
might turn into target practice.
it's just like Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Do you remember Yu-Gi-Oh?
Oh yeah.
Now, that's what
I
I
don't have
had.
any of those though.
My sister, she used to play with me a lot. I was on the phone with her a few weeks ago. She's like, "No, I still got some of those." I was like, "Wait, which one?" She's like, "The blue-eyed white dragons. I got like 3 of those." I was like, "Excuse me? You need to send me those now." Like, I was like, "Protect them somehow, and then send them to me." And like
Armed
that was like
security.
that would have been in between. Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't know how. Somewhere in between 2000 2004 would have been that time frame too. So you're talking like 20 plus years ago, 20 plus years old.
Yep. It's just like Gundams. I can't remember what it was one of the streaming sites. I can't remember what it was, but I actually watched an episode of Gundams and it took me back to my childhood.
I was in a
Was it good?
Yeah, actually.
I was in a turnpike restroom. Here we go with the restroom talk again. Driving for my job, using the restroom, and all the whole inside of the stall was just Gundam stickers, like everywhere. I'm like, what the? Chill out. That's a lot of stickers. One would have sufficed. Like,
That might actually creep me out a little bit. Just
yeah, I was like,
right in the bathroom with a bunch of stickers.
hurry this up, Dado. Hurry this up.
Coffee needs to hurry up and kick in.
right next to the opioid, overdose kit. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, it's crazy on like what our childhood was, and like we didn't even think about it. Like we go pick up a pack of Pokemon cards for like 93 cents.
Right.
And nowadays you could buy a fucking house with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm fingers crossed. That's what's in the back room here. Is that there's a house worth of Pokemon cards.
Hey, there's
You
a
should-
new diesel you want.
I know.
Yeah, you should record yourself just going through them. Hey, I haven't seen this. Clickbait,
post-
man. I haven't seen these cards for 20 years, and you just flipping through them.
No, honestly, there you go. I mean,
It'd probably work.
it would probably bring some drive to the YouTube side that you do.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the biggest Pokemon nerd or noob because I don't know anything about it. But like, I don't know what I got. And somebody's like, "That's worth $5. I'll give you 10 for it," and it'll be like $30,000 worth of card. Like, damn it!
Nah, I'll be in your ear or something, or on camera or something. Be like, no. Put that away. Don't let them see it.
Take auctioneer class. Charizard for 1, 2, 2, 2, 3. I got a 3. Got a 4. Got a 4.
I've seen guys giving away cards for follows and or subscribes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know about that life.
There's a couple card opening channels on YouTube that they have millions of subscribers.
Really? I mean,
Yep, their cameras are just face down on the desk, and like some might have like a face cam,
sure.
but they'll sit there and just flip through and open packs all day long.
Not just Pokemon. You got
Baseball,
like Yu-Gi-Oh, baseball, yeah, or whatever sport. You know, they got cards for everything.
That's a shitty part about growing up and stuff. You lose some of that stuff because I had binders upon binders. You remember the binders collection I had in my room, Mikey?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing but Pokemon cards. And the original Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yeah, I just want to. Cool, bro. I don't know what any of those fucking things do, but cool. Like, I remember seeing guys in like the cafeteria doing whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it's called. It's like, oh my god, it's gonna break out into a fucking fist fight. Chill out. Like, holy shit.
Oh yeah, they actually still have tournaments to this day.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
I remember seeing like the card places in the malls. You know, when malls used to be a thing. For all the kids that are listening, malls were these big buildings where multiple stores were inside and you didn't get wet.
And they have a cafeteria.
Yeah, you could get yourself orange chicken, a pizza, a sub. I mean, all kinds of stuff. A cookie.
Auntie Anne's pretzels. They were everywhere.
All free because somebody was giving it out in the front. So you had a whole lunch just walking through the food court. But I remember seeing those card game places like inside the mall, and it was like, holy cow.
Yep. There's a place not too far from where Merck and I'm from that have all the classic stuff, like the original Game Boys. They do a lot of the trading card stuff, and they make a shit ton of money. Remember, that's whenever we found the 360 for your girls.
That's right. That was the next state over, but it wasn't too far away.
Yeah, it was like 40-minute drive.
That's not bad.
If that. No, it wasn't bad. And they had the original Game Boys, which I would kind of want to acquire.
Well, they are cool, but they have these. They looked similar to Game Boys now, but they come loaded with like 1,000 different games on them, so you can play all the games.
Yeah, but the nostalgia of having a Game Boy Color.
I know.
They have the little light thing that plugs into the side of it too.
Yeah. I used to run my grandparents through the dirt with AA batteries.
You know what I was thinking about the other day while I was driving? Just bored, definitely paying attention to the road while I was doing so.
Stay safe.
What kind of batteries did the Game Boy Advance use? I can't remember for the life of me. I had like two of them.
They were the first rechargeable Game Boys.
They were rechargeable. Okay, that's why I couldn't remember. I was like,
Yep.
what the fuck? I remember they...
Yep, they were the first rendition with the Game Boy SPs, like the first light-up back ones with the rechargeable. Now, granted, like, our cell phones have lithium-ion batteries and all that fun stuff, and they last, almost 10 hours, where those charges would only last for, like, 45 minutes to an hour.
Staying on that charger.
Yeah.
It was all that graphic power that they were putting out that they had to keep up with.
Yeah, I remember one time I had my one cell phone I had, it had an emulator on it, and it basically made a Game Boy on my phone. And it came with like the original Pokemon games.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I had a Pokemon Game Boy. I remember that, but I never played Pokemon on it. It was like the Game Boy Yellow. It looked like Pikachu, and it had the Pokemon logo on it. Never played Pokemon on it. I was always playing, I don't know, whatever the hell.
Madden.
Was. Probably.
Have y'all tried the Switches yet?
I had a Switch Lite at one point.
There's two upstairs. My kids love their Switches.
Mine do too. They break them frequently though.
Yeah. Yeah, how many controllers have you went through? Like 10?
Not that many, but like probably 2 sets. We have 2 switches, and we've probably gone through 2 sets per switch. So yeah, like and right now they broke the last one, and I was like, I ain't buying y'all any more till Christmas. I keep breaking them. I ain't buying more because they're not cheap, dude. They're small,
Joy-Cons aren't cheap,
but they're expensive.
Yeah,
and you know what really sucks though is I got one of like the controllers that you're supposed to be able to hook up to them, and it didn't work. I should have took it back.
Yeah,
It wouldn't connect. I could not get it to connect.
That's weird.
like the Pro controller for it.
I think so. It's like the Pro controller. It looks kind of like an Xbox controller,
Yeah,
but you're supposed to be able to connect it to the Switch. Like it's made by Nintendo to connect to the Switch. And so you'd set the Switch up in the dock, and then set the dock up on the computer, and you kind of play it like a, like a regular console.
yeah. That's my kids will do that. There's actually a dock on this TV right back here behind me, and there's one upstairs in the main living room, and they fight over it. And it's just like they just want to see Minecraft on the mega screens. I'm like, I don't
Yep.
want to see Minecraft on the mega screens. And then they're playing Fortnite. I'm like, what? And then I go and play Warzone. I'm like, that was dumb. Let me play Warzone, the adult Fortnite.
The other day, I was over at Merck's, and his middle child was playing Minecraft on his big screen TV.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So you're
loves
like, go over there, do this, because you
Oh,
can't sit there and be
she-
quiet.
No, she'll teach you.
yeah, well, yeah. She'll. I don't know how, but she can tell you how to make golems and do a whole bunch of other shit that I didn't even know was in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I keep messing with her though because she is still yet to beat the Ender Dragon in survival. But she has like hours and hours on Minecraft. I'm like, when are you gonna do that? Oh, the other bad habit she has is and she'll make like a house or a castle, whatever. She'll make some little project or something like that. Instead of like moving over, a couple hundred blocks or something like that, and making some stuff in the same world, she'll just make a new world. So I got on Minecraft the other day because I've been kind of feeling a Minecraft phase myself, and I looked at how many she has 238 worlds open on my PlayStation. I'm like, what? I'm like, how do you delete these? I can't even figure out how to delete them.
I think in the last 10 years that I've had the same Minecraft account, I have 3 worlds.
Yeah, that's how I am. Yeah, I'll rock the same like 2 worlds. One for the multiplayer and one for myself, and that's it.
Yep. Minecraft's actually pretty fun. I mean, it's something to zone out on. I mean, I know it sounds childish sometimes or something, but like it is. I don't know what it is. It's just something to zone out and forget about everything.
Everybody likes to hate on it, but it's a good game.
Yeah, it's actually pretty
around
fun.
for a minute too.
Yeah,
2014? No, right? 2014?
it was on the 360.
I'm
It's
gonna
been.
have-
I think it's almost been around as long as GTA 5.
I gotta fact check that one.
Hey Jamie, can you Google what Minecraft was?
I apologize. I am big dumb. I was off by 5 years. 2009.
Wow.
Oh wow!
May 17, 2009.
So that's
was a good
longer.
day.
That's longer than GTA.
Okay, but the full version was launched in 2011. I guess it was on PC. It was on PC in 2009, and then it came out full version on consoles and everything in 2011.
I still think that's longer than GTA 5.
That was 2012 or 13.
12,
like that?
I think.
GTA 5?
Yeah. That's
I think it was
2013.
13.
Yeah, it was something like that. Because, I mean, people bragged about GTA about going, oh, it's gone across every platform, multiple years, bloody, bloody, blah. Well, I mean, there's been a couple games that outlasted that.
Right.
Yeah,
I haven't-
2013.
I haven't fact checked it, but I did see in my scrolling in the depths of YouTube that is GTA 6 getting delayed, or is that just like a clickbait spoof? Look at this type of thing.
Delayed. It's supposed to come out next year or to 2026. But they haven't ever given out a legit hey, we're going to release it this time. So how could you delay it really?
Sure, right.
They're not going to commit to anything.
No.
I wouldn't.
'Cause, I mean, GTA 5 is still a giant moneymaker right now.
You know what my guess is? We're all going to wake up one morning and it's just available for download. They're not going to say anything.
Right.
That's my
Surprise!
guess. Surprise! It's out. And I hope they take as long as they need to. As long
make
I
it
want to
right.
see it work, because too many games are coming out nowadays that are just coming out broken and lame, and they don't capture the same thing that the last version did. Like, I was wondering that about Farming Simulator. Is Farming Simulator 2025 even be worth it compared to the last one? Like, the last one was great. As long as they don't ruin it in the new one, I'll probably get it. But are they just going to ruin it,
I think Giants comes out pretty strong out of the gate, though.
I think so,
But
too.
they release DLCs like anything throughout the life of it. But I guess I've never... They take a lot from the community, like the YouTube creators and streamers of Farm Sim, and they take a lot of that into account when they rebuild in those following years. Just kind of like Microsoft Flight Sim. They take a lot of what these people are saying into account because that's who's buying it and selling it for them, too.
Do you think they're going to keep allowing third-party mods?
Oh, 100%.
Oh yeah.
I hope so. That's the one thing I'm afraid that they're going to introduce, and they're going to stop that. Because, Call of Duty did that. Like Black Ops 3?
Yeah,
had that,
Black Ops 3.
You can make your own zombie maps and everything like that. And all kinds of stuff like that. And they don't do that anymore.
I already pre-ordered Black Ops 6.
Yeah, we know you're dumb.
Yeah. I've been playing the beta every now and again, and I want it for the zombies, because zombies actually looks halfway decent.
Does it?
Yeah. The trailers and everything like that, and some of the clips I've seen. I don't know. I'm tired of the same shit.
Well, it doesn't even seem, from what I've seen in clips, like, shoot me, but I don't feel like the graphics were increased to be anything different than what is like in Warzone or Modern Warfare 3.
Nope.
Have a reason for that.
Okay.
For the most part, you're not going to see better graphics on games they're just as good as your eyes are going to get, really. You know what I mean? They're topping out of what you can actually get out of screens in the first place and what your eyes are going to be able to perceive.
Sure.
They'll get a little bit crisper, but going from old school PlayStation 1 Tomb Raider, you know what I'm talking about, real blocky, and then it quickly went to like Call of Duty Big Red one, where it started kind of clean up a little bit, and then you went to the next generation, we start seeing some finer detail, but we're topping out in that. And I don't think you're actually going to see a whole lot better graphics. Also, most people are too poor to buy the things to actually see good enough graphics, so the game companies are going to be like, why am I going to build this game that has 8K at 120 FPS when nobody's going to see it, except for a handful of rich people who post on YouTube.
Which is fair, but I mean, they have games out there that they're building in Real Engine 5 and things like that they could make it a little bit better. I mean, we specifically, some of us, in the community have supercomputers as consoles in themselves anyway. So why? I mean, we went on this rant before of why can't you just put what's needed into it? You're charging us $700 for it anyways. Just give us a GPU that can handle it. I'm not even saying it needed to be ultra realistic body cam. I'm not saying that, but it doesn't look like a new game. If you didn't know, in my opinion, blind guy walking into Call of Duty, you might not know the difference between Black Ops 6 and Warzone or whatever, just looking at the game itself.
Yeah, I will say there was a big jump in. To me, I think Call of Duty Cold War, graphics are better than Modern Warfare 3's, in my opinion. It's just, I think Treyarch, I know they're trying to run off the same engine and servers and everything, but for some reason Treyarch's, I don't know, character development seems a lot better than Modern Warfare 3. In my,
I can see the movement feels smoother and a little less clunky to me.
Yeah. I'm still, the last time I played the beta, I'm still getting used to the Omni movement. Once you turn your sensitivity settings up, dude, that stuff's nuts. You mess up the hitboxes so bad. They need to stop that. Go back to where it was fair.
I feel like there's two spectrums to that. To what I've seen, it's like either somebody really, really likes the Omni movement, or it's get it the fuck out of here. Like there's no in between. I haven't seen any in betweens with people.
Yeah, I think it's just because, we had the greatest Call of Duties growing up. Like Black Ops.
Mm.
Dude, can't top Black Ops. You just can't. Black Ops 2, the original Modern Warfare 2, or the original Modern Warfare series 1 through 3, can't beat those. But those were dedicated servers. They're trying to do too much, and they're trying to be like all the skins, that's kind of cool, but like the bunny rabbits, stupid. Leave that in Fortnite.
Right.
No, that's just my opinion, because like Call of Duty was like the rated M game compared to some of the other ones where kids could somewhat play. And I don't know, it just irritates me that we're trying to go with a fad and it's not going away. We need to go back to what they know.
The Call of Duty's curse is that they're trying to catch too many people. And they're trying to maintain it, and it's impossible to do.
Yeah,
I think people are just getting bored with Call of Duty. Some people want the old stuff, some people like the new stuff, and they're trying to grab everybody, and it'll never work.
Well, that's why I went back to Battlefield.
Yeah, that's starting to grow on me.
Yeah, him and I jumped back into Battlefield 2042. I played it for a week whenever it first came out. Absolute trash. I hated it. I went back to playing Call of Duty, and now that's all I play.
Downloaded it, I think. I walked away when it said 5 hours or whatever the hell it was going to take to download it. So, I think
hopefully, maybe if you have it downloaded, we all could jump in.
Like Walmart Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
No, that's McDonald's.
It's not even McDonald's. This is Waffle House Wi-Fi.
Hey, they're connected to the government. They have good Wi-Fi.
Oh gosh.
Straight satellite communication. Are you still open?
Yeah, I mean, they have to communicate. The Waffle House theory is just there, ready to go.
Can lean on the facts of Waffle House all day long.
Yep, you're not a national disaster unless your Waffle House shuts down.
Is the hurricane hit Louisiana yet? Anybody see that?
I think so.
I don't know when it's supposed to.
Well, that's no fun.
But speaking about things that are progressing, have you guys seen the medieval MMA? It seems like it's going back in time, but it's progressing.
Yes.
I like where this is going.
I need more of it.
We need to televise it more, because there's nothing better than watching grown-ass dudes just beating the shit out of each other with chainmail on, and they're... some of them
shit out of each other.
I honestly thought mixed martial arts, like some of those people connect with glass jaws, and it's lights out. No, these guys in armor, they're like, yeah, no, I'm protected, and they're just wailing the fuck out of each other.
Yeah, like they're legit going for the kill shot. It's insane.
Yeah, they were having like the Viking axes, like the battle axes. They have legit points on them. I don't know if they're sharp, but like they have legit points on them. And one dude grabbed this dude behind the neck. And I'm like, dude, that's death. That is death right there. And like natural selection, we should bring that back and actually give them sharp objects. And then we just corrected our jail problem. Televise it, and everybody wins.
What is this, Gladiators?
Do it. It literally, I just solved our problem.
Remember that show Death Race? Was it Death Race?
Yes, it was Death Race.
Yep. Yeah, but medieval fighting.
I dig it. I honestly think we need more medieval fighting, because I mean, you all have been on TikTok and Instagram where you just see these two dudes hell, they even have bouts where there's like 8 dudes in a freaking just a straw bale freaking ring.
Yeah, it's like 4-on-4.
Beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to deal with that dude in a bar. Like, that dude has a fucking death wish, and he doesn't give a fuck with or without armor on, and I'm cool. Dude, you want a drink? I'll buy it. Have a nice day. I'm out. Yeah, and I know you'll fucking poke the bear. Yeah, shut up. I know you.
I want to try it. I want to try it. Put me in armor, and I want to go beat the shit out of people.
Find 2 sets. I'll do it with you.
Let's do it.
All I can see,
Mikey, and I'm dragging you in like I have in all the years I've known you. You're fine. You have life insurance. It's fine. You're coming with me. I'll tell Mrs. Dado that you are going into a fight with me. We're going gladiator style, and we're beating the shit out of people.
Part of me is like, you tell her so she knows, and part of me is like, no, you just tell her we're going to a poker table. I don't know which one will go over better.
Better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Yeah, let's go with that one.
I'm not sure how she'll take it. All I
Only
can
one way to
envision
find out.
is just like, you remember the kid from the Christmas Story when the mom puts him in the too thick of a coat and he's like waddling through.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I could think of. Flinty out there in fucking armor, just. That's all I could think of. Which, if you want to see it, catch out the Between the Mics Patreon for medieval fighting.
I gotta find out where we're gonna do it.
Next to a hospital. Sounds like a great place.
Oh no, it's
Real
fine.
close.
I mean, I work in emergency services. I'll have an ambulance standby.
I was gonna say,
No,
if
I
you're
want
in the
one.
fight, I'm not
Doctor.
trusting that you're going to like service me.
I want to be next to an army hospital. Like,
Right? No shit.
Like naval hospital. Like they know how to deal with this kind of stuff.
Oh, they'd probably be down for it. Be like, this is real good hands-on training. No
Yeah.
shit. Stab him here.
Like, because I mean, you could obviously tell the weapons are not sharp, so you can't sever a limb. But the points are like, you could still stab somebody with a butter knife.
Oh, for sure.
I don't think
So-
they need to be sharp. I don't think they ever really were super sharp because there's chainmail on chainmail. So like, you're going for broken bones.
And then you're just trying to.
Yeah, you're not trying to cut through chainmail. You're trying to break through chainmail.
That's
I
true.
mean, whatever it is, I'm still here for it.
Yep.
I'm still
Okay.
here for it.
So if we're gonna do medieval MMA, have you guys seen whatever the hell this slap fighting is?
Oh, where it's Dana
White's next brainchild.
Yeah.
Dude, I swear. I mean, have you guys ever seen the show Idiot or the movie Idiocracy?
Nope.
We watched it the other night, and I'm just sitting here, and I'm like, they have a segment where it's like, oh, ow, my balls, and it's just a dude getting kicked in the balls and just stupid stuff like, and I'm like, this is where it's coming, and that's what it made me think of the slap fighting.
It's pretty dumb, but it's hilarious to watch because they get like, I love when the dude's just like whack and like this dude fucking knocks out. He's like, rah, rah. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Like, did your mom not hug you when you were a child? Why? Chill the fuck out, Bill. Fuck.
Bill.
Yeah, it's Bill from accounting that just slapped the fuck out of that dude.
Yeah, Chuck from IT.
I think the crazier
insane.
one is it's not just the guys doing it. It's like it's the girls are getting into it too. Some of those look even scarier.
Yeah, no shit. Like, nah, I'm good. Like,
No, it seems like something I would imagine like would be really popular in Australia.
oh,
Yeah.
I think so too. I feel like Dana was probably in Australia, enjoying himself, partying, whatever a man of his stature might do, and went, I have an idea. Let me smack the shit out of you on a stage with the ref standing there and a little podium between us. Let's do it. And I'm going to charge a shit ton of money for you to see it.
Dude,
Suck
it's
it,
already
Elon.
making millions. It's already making millions.
I'm sure
Yeah, it's
it
big.
is.
It's really big.
There was a slow-mo clip of this chick getting slapped, and no joke, it seemed like her head spun completely around. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, hold up, wait a second. I work at, in a line of healthcare, and I'm like, that's not normal. She should be dead. That's a severed.
Exorcist.
That's a severed spinal cord. Like, no, that's done. And she's just sitting there like, oh, what day is it?
Here's a question. How do you go... you want to become a slap fighter. I don't even know what the fuck their names are. And you go to your parents and go, Mom and Dad, I have a career choice. And like, one thing, okay, I'm going to be an octagon fighter. Pretty badass. Don't get me wrong. Dad, I'm going to become a slap fighter. I would
same
I would
people that tell
probably
their
smack
parents
the
they
shit
wanna
out
be
of my
cops.
kids. What did you say?
It's the same. It's the same people that tell their parents they want to be cops.
Anywho. He works for the fire department, folks. So
No one likes our traffic cones. All right.
oh, Jesus.
Yeah, do you have to block all 3 lanes? My goodness.
Yes,
Yes.
to try to keep the community safe.
Yep. That's why we have the big, flashy lights on the big trucks.
Can't see it. Go
Nope.
right around it.
You won't believe how many people can't see that shit.
Oh, I was driving down a major interstate here, 77, if you're from this area, that the city was coming out with the ladder truck because the accident already happened, and the ladder truck's blocking 3 of the 4 lanes to push you to the far left lane, and these people are splitting the fire truck like it's a fucking median and going around it and getting back into those 3 lanes. I'm like, you're a bunch of fucking idiots. Like, there's a reason he's blocking all 3 of the lanes. And then
Yeah.
they get up there and there's cops screaming at them and this, that, and it was interesting. It was 45 minutes of my life I'll never get back.
You know what gets rough for me is I live in the middle of nowhere that you ain't never gonna find.
Until the landmines
But
go off.
yeah, yeah, until the landmines go off, then you're gonna hear about us. But so it could be like midnight, and if you're anywhere within like 10 miles of me, there ain't another light except for the moon for another 10 miles. It's just pitch black for
Sure.
as far as you can see. So when there's something that usually happens out here, like car accident wise, usually it's really bad. Is in they'll send the the fire trucks out and everything like that. And those lights, bro, you can't tell if those lights are 5 miles away or 5 feet away. And it is very disorienting. When you talk about you can't see the lights, like no, that's all you can see, and it fries your brain. You might as well be being abducted by aliens. Like you can't tell. I'm like slowing down to like 15, and I'm like squinting. I'm like, how far away is that? Am I about to hit this motherfucker? And then I'm just like cruising at 15 miles an hour for like 10 minutes. I'm like, how am I still not there yet?
Anything like north of where I am, that's how it is.
That's
Pretty
insane.
much. I mean,
Why-
you know what I mean, Brian. Anything north of where I'm at, that is
Yeah.
basically the whole thing.
Yep.
Right. It's
Yeah.
well, I know the Ohio State troopers here. It's all blue because there was something about being able to see those lights for like 3 or 4 miles on the highway, but now they have to dim them when it like automatically dims when they pull a vehicle over and put it in park because they used to leave them on. And like exactly what you're saying, like you'd be driving down the interstate, you're like, I can't fucking tell how far this dude
Yeah.
is. And
Yeah,
I think it
our,
causes way more problems.
I wonder if there's a word for that. I said, I wonder if there's a word for that.
I don't know.
I don't
I've never
know.
really thought about it.
I know our new wow, I was gonna say apparatus, but I don't know if a lot of people talk firefighter. But our new fire
Big red
trucks,
truck.
our new
House
fire
on wheels.
trucks have that dimming feature because he could contest like our lights are bright as fuck especially on the northern end of the county, and it does cause like one of our trucks got into an accident a few years ago because somebody hit it because they were blind.
Yeah, they couldn't see. They were so disorientated by it.
Yeah.
Yep.
When there's like no other light to give you any sort of reference, it's the only light, and that road is every bit of like 20 miles straight.
Sure.
You have no idea where on that point of the road they are because it's just so freaking bright.
But guess what? There's a firefighter on that road, and you know it.
Yeah, you know it.
Well, that's we call it a blocking. Basically, parking in a blocking. I don't know, whatever. We block the freaking accident or whatever's happening for our own safety. So it's always going to be cut down to one lane or however lanes
Sure.
are going to
makes
go
sense.
down just because of our safety. Because that truck weighs a lot. I'm not going to go into how many pounds a gallon of water, but a lot of our trucks have 1,000+ gallons of water on them.
That's a lot of weight.
Plus, they're how big they are, let alone 60,000 pounds just there
Right.
on top of the water.
And then Flinty gets out, and it's 55,000.
Oh, I knew that was coming.
Can't give you soft toss like that. Do your trucks do? I've seen this a lot on TikTok that like they changed the flash patterns. Like they're super aggressive, like when you're driving, and then you put it in park, and they like slow down to like a slow pace. Do your
Our
trucks
new
do that
one,
yet?
our new ones will. The trucks that we have now, that's why we're getting new trucks. They need to be cycled out because like we have stuff from the 70s all the way up to 2013.
Yeah, that 70s
Yeah.
sounds like it's a gem.
Oh, dude, one of the best pumping trucks in the county.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because that's whenever engineering was like not computerized, and you could actually tell what was wrong with it right then and there, and you could correct it. Compared to some of the newer stuff, that's all like you could. There's fire trucks out there that you could run by your damn phone,
Sure.
and it's causing some problems and some safety issues, but they got it pretty squared away. It's pretty safe nowadays, but
So here's the question of the hour: are you getting an EV truck?
fuck no.
I
think
saw
those
some
are
of those
here.
in New York. That there were some EV trucks.
Yeah, they're terrible because no matter where you're at, all of the tools and everything like that, there's some people that have e-tronics, like the Jaws of Life people, people have. Those all have to be charged.
Sure.
So they have to be charged 24/7. Like it's shore power. Literally just plug it in and it stays there if you're at the station.
Right.
The EVs have been one actually caught a fire department on like completely burned it down in where did they first come out, like Dubai or something. And it completely burned it down because everything still had to be charged. All the like the iPads for navigation, the radios, everything that's charging in there has to stay charged, and it overloaded the lithium ion batteries that were in it because it couldn't stay plugged in. Because it's like you're only supposed to charge your phones for like 6 hours.
Right.
Like once it says 100, you're supposed to take it off and call it a day
Sure.
because it causes a lot of wear and tear on the battery. Same thing with the EV stuff, and it burnt somebody down, and now they're trying to get more into it, but no, we're going Detroit diesels.
There you go. I guess it could probably happen in a diesel, and like not making fun of a life-threatening situation, but I am, so brace yourself. Could you imagine like using an EV truck as a pumper and it just fucking boom, just dies?
Hold on, let me throw another monkey wrench into this whole plan. What goes on a fire truck? What's stored in a fire truck? Water.
Water.
And guess what leaks whenever it gets used a lot? The valves.
Sure.
Yeah, and guess what? That happens whenever a valve starts leaking. It drips water.
Makes sense. It sounds
And
like
that
a
that
leak.
whole base, that whole base is nothing but batteries. And guess what? Water and electricity don't mix.
No, they're not friends. They don't like each other.
I think they could eventually overcome that with enough good engineering, but
Leave
I
it up
don't
to
think
the
they're-
Germans. Let the
they're gonna be
Germans play
really-
around with it for a bit, and then we'll take it.
Yeah, I
I
think-
don't think they're quite there yet. It's going to be so expensive to build something that's going to be useful.
I think Ironbauer, like the creators of the fire trucks over there, Ironbauer, I can't pronounce it, but it's like the Germans' style of fire trucks. They have like probably I think 6 EV fire trucks in their fleet, and one of them's a ladder truck.
Really
Yeah,
interesting.
I bet that thing probably scoots, though. Like the little ladder just goes shoo.
I'm sorry. I know I have hearing problems, and I'm deaf just because of the the job I'm in. But
Sure.
there's nothing better than going and hearing the diesel just go, and then just going and fighting a fire, and like just hearing everything going on. It's not going to be the same whenever all you hear is
Yeah, just quiet.
yeah. It's like what
I won't
the
even hear it.
fuck.
Right.
You hear the siren, but like what the fuck else are you gonna hear?
The generator you had to drag behind it to keep it going.
Yeah,
We've been fighting this fire for. They're like, we've been fighting this fire for 24 hours, and the battery ran out 6 hours ago. Shit, what are we gonna do? Pull up generator.
Yeah, it's just like the couple
You
of
burn
pictures.
in diesel anyways.
Well, on the emergency side of things, like the EV cars and stuff like that, going back to the engineering thing, they have actually taken in consideration us, because like you get in a car accident, we have the jaws of life. We have multiple tools to get people out of situations.
Sure.
And obviously we use EV tools, but whenever you're cutting that much, like it has a shit ton of power running through that car.
Sure. Yeah,
using a Tesla, they actually have a cutoff in 3 different locations for us, and it's literally just a picture of a fire helmet, and that's for us to literally kill the power, so we can actually cut on the cars if people are entrapped.
It's amazing what some good engineering will get you.
Maybe we just give Elon the task of making electric fire trucks. Here, Elon,
as
go
long as
play
it doesn't
for
look like the
6
Cybertruck, we'll
months.
be all right. We'll be all right.
It really will look like the Cybertruck. But
Those things
Tesla
are
already
blinding.
they already make semi trucks, so it's not a huge jump. If you wanted to build one, I'm sure you would if there was enough
Custom
money in
cab
it,
all the
but
way. No commercial
probably no
cabs.
money in it.
I don't like commercial cabs. Custom cabs all day long. They're sexy, they're sleek, and that's what a fire truck is supposed to look like.
You heard it here, folks. Flinty has put his 2 cents in. Elon, pay attention.
You build a box, you throw some water and a pump on that thing, and you throw some wheels under it, and that's it. I don't want any more.
Quick little segment, Red Bulls, sponsor us.
You just mock it up in Minecraft and send it to Elon. I want my fire truck to look like this.
Bad thing is, he will take it to spec and make it as boxy as possible.
Be hilarious. I want to see it. Elon, do it. I bet you won't.
I don't want to see one curved piece of glass on that thing.
Nope.
Right.
I feel like the Cybertrucks are dangerous because if you've ever passed one on the highway and the sun's at the right angle, it's like, and they haven't like body skinned that thing, it's dangerous. That thing is like reflecting.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I saw on the internet one guy had a professional polish job done on the whole thing, mirror finish.
Oh.
And the bad part is, because it's stainless steel, it's not like perfectly smooth. I don't think any car really is. So it's really wavy. Oh, dude. So it'll catch you at a lot of angles.
I actually seen 2 of them hanging around the very north part of our county there, Brian.
There's a bunch around here. I driving around the next county over,
Yeah.
towards the islands. I see a bunch of them over there, like a whole
Well,
lot.
that's where all the money's at.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like seeing the TikTok where somebody took a Frigidaire sign and stuck it on the back of one. I was like, now that's funny.
I was thinking of GE sticker.
Yeah,
logo.
that's what I was thinking of. Oh man, I don't know. I think it had a good concept, but like he missed out an opportunity to make a Warthog from Halo.
Brandon Herrera did that.
I know.
But
Sad
Elon
thing is
could have
he had to
mass
do it.
produced it.
Yeah. Yeah, he could have. He missed a shot.
Yeah, I think.
Did you? Hold on, just a real random quick thought. Have you guys seen the Joe Rogan podcast where he's talking to Elon and where he literally just said, "Fuck it, I'm digging a hole."
No. What do
Yeah,
you mean?
I know what he's talking about. It wasn't. He's building a tunnel system through L.A.
Yeah.
One of the cities in California, and
He found a loophole in the city's building codes where he could literally just dig.
Like under
Yeah.
the city?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was so much of as a loophole as just like it is mind-boggling to people like us. They're like, "What do you mean you can build a tunnel underneath the city without like a whole lot of backlash?" And we're like, "Yeah."
Huh.
He's like, "Yeah, you just start digging a hole."
What is he like trying to make Total Recall? What the fuck's he trying to do here?
He was making a point to where it's difficult. You can only build so far up, or like with the road congestion in LA, is there's so much traffic there, and they're trying to figure out how to deal with it and everything like that. And he was like, we can't really go up so much. Like you see then like in Texas, like all the overpasses and everything like that. It's expensive and it's confusing and everything like that. So like he's like, let's just build a tunnel from one side of, I think it was LA. I don't know exactly what city it was, from one side to the other. Go down.
Smart.
You can't go up. You go down.
Go under it.
Yeah.
So let's just go through the tectonic plates and just split the bitch off the fucking country, apparently, Elon. It's fine. Don't worry about it. There's no
one like
problems
California
underground
anyway.
there. Super smart, bro.
Maybe that's what he's doing. He's trying to separate off the country.
Yeah. The United States of Elon.
He's a real G for that. No one wants him.
Yeah, you just take it with you. It's fine.
We'll give California for like Norway.
Yeah, right. I'll take Norway. It's beautiful. Thank you.
Norway's pretty.
No, oh god.
I was talking to somebody that just recently bought a Cybertruck, and they were telling me that the purchase, like the whole experience of buying one, is completely different than like going to a normal car dealer. Like you buy everything online through the app. Like you have to fill out all your paperwork, all this stuff. And he was telling me that you literally just walk into like this place, like a little office, and there's somebody sitting at a desk with a whole bunch of files. And you haven't talked to anybody. You're just doing it all through the app. And you walk in and you go, hey, I'm here to pick up my Cybertruck. They pull your file out of the thing. They hand it to you and go, your truck's in the back. And that's it.
I love it. I love the efficiency of it.
He's
no
like-
sales tactics, nothing.
He's like, I don't have to sign papers. They're like, nope, you did it all on the app. You finished the app. You went to tutorials, right? He's like, yeah. He's like, have a nice day. It's out back.
Just throw the keys at him. Get out of here. Go.
Hey,
I don't need you anymore.
I do agree with the efficiency on that. That would be so much better.
yeah, then dealing with a car salesman? Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Tesla said there is no negotiating. This is the price. I know you want it. Come and get it.
Exactly.
And bad thing is, you build something that big, you can do that. Like
100%. Well,
It's
I
different.
asked,
Yeah.
I'm like, what happens like if you walk out there and somebody door dinged it when they picked up their truck and your shit's scratched now? He goes, I asked the same question. They go, take a picture of it. We'll get you scheduled in about 3 weeks from now and just take care of it. And then he's like, so if I find something, he goes, yeah, just take a picture, put it in the app, and you're done. And this dude's like, alrighty, I can't live without this app now. Fantastic. Cool.
yeah, but still, you think about like. But I know both of you own Fords.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Rest in pieces.
But
Was yours died?
imagine.
Almost.
Yeah, yeah. But picture that if Ford had an app, and anytime something went wrong mechanically, you just type in what it was wrong, and it was serviced like within a week.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if something's wrong, how long was your truck in the shop, Mikey?
8 weeks?
You go through the dealership?
No. No. Outside service.
Yep.
Yeah, so a
And
private shop.
I know firsthand that me and Brian there, we're half okay mechanics until we weld the hub to the everything else.
Typically, it's got to spin, fellas. That's gotta,
Yeah, well, that was a
Technically,
oopsie
it
on
was
our
still
part.
spinning.
Yeah, it was. The castle nut only takes like 11 pounds of force, so whenever you put 270 some pounds on it, it kind of fucks up some stuff.
yeah, they'll do that.
That was a mind fuck. Yeah, that was so dumb of us too.
Something, hold on, so you think something that's
If
holding
we
a
were-
dolly wheel on,
Sure.
dolly wheel assembly, you put my fat ass on the end of the breaker bar to tighten down a castle nut to hold the whole assembly on, the whole fucking thing. Think about that.
Mm-hmm.
You think, maybe put my big ass on it and wrench it down. No, it literally takes like enough to bend a bottle cap.
Yeah, you got torque specs, bud.
Yeah,
What are those?
torque specs.
That's a deep rabbit hole on TikTok that I've gone into.
You know-
I think it's like TE videos or something like that. This dude does the Honda oil changes, and it's always like he finds over torque fucking oil plugs. It's hilarious. He goes 30 pounds.
I feel like that wheel hub thing though, with the wheel bearings, the wheel bearing nut.
Yeah.
I feel like every man has to make that mistake once as a young man, because I swear, never ever did any of my male father figures in my life sit me down and talk to me about wheel bearings and how tight they should be. No.
I mean, that's a good
But
point.
you know what? Every single one of them, when I told them about that story, they're like, yeah, you stupid. No, you tighten it, you spin it, and you back it off until it spins nice, you know? That's it. That's all it takes. It doesn't take any more than that. I'm like, cool. That would have been awesome if I had learned that before I destroyed a $800 front corner of the truck.
It's just kind of like doing your taxes and writing checks in high school. Like, how do you freaking live outside? That's a
Yeah.
pertinent information.
But now we get to be the old fuckers who go around like, yeah, you dumbass. You don't
Yeah, you
tighten
didn't
thing
know
down.
that?
What, you didn't know that? Nobody told you that?
Well, you're getting to the masses right now. You can tell them through the podcast. Don't over-torque
Yeah.
your bearing.
Wheel bearing nuts. All right. Here's what you do. Yeah. You set it all up. You put your wheel on, all that fun stuff. You tighten that nut down. About good old hand tight. Get that wheel spin, and it should spin freely. And if it's not spinning freely, back it off just a little bit, maybe like a quarter turn until it just, goes freely. Give that thing a shake. If it's wobbling, you ain't tight enough.
Don't forget the proper amount of grease either.
Grease the shit out of that thing. Grease it.
She's going to fucking scream and burn.
Oh yeah.
It welds itself, just to let you guys know.
Yeah, no shit.
We greased that. It burned the grease out, and then, dude, I don't know how we're still alive. That was like the luckiest thing ever.
It sounds like
the
it.
outermost wheel bearing, the inner part of that, fused itself to the what is that called? Spindle. It fused itself to the spindle, so the wheel couldn't physically come off. It was stuck on that last wheel bearing because it had melted itself to that.
Him and I were on the side of the road, beating it and reheating it for like 3 hours.
It wasn't coming off. Yeah.
So you just leave that bitch there.
So it's a Ford
lessons.
F350, so like the whole rotor and where the wheel attaches and everything like that is one giant fucking like 70-pound component, and the wheel bearing sitting inside of it, and the spindle goes through it. So when that last one hit, so like it held the brake assembly, the rotor and all that fun shit, and the wheel and everything like that, and then so our wheel is like this. The last bearing's fucking dust, the last for this end bearing was dust, and the one on the outside of the truck towards right behind the nut was like just friction welded on, and it wouldn't come off. I burned through a 40-pound tank of acetylene trying to heat up that spindle, and then that thing try to beat it off. I turned it like bright red. No one coming off.
Nope, just had to put her back at 75 miles per hour for 20 miles. She would have got her hot enough.
No, I had to pull the whole spindle assembly out with it. So that was a new, oh goodness gracious, that was new ball joints, new knuckle, new spindle, new rotor, new wheel bearings, and new wheel bearing nut, new castle nut, all that, new dust cap, because it had got the dust cap got launched
Melted.
to like outer space or something like that. It exploded. It was loud. It was like when you go down the road. It sounded like a gunshot.
That sounds like a lovely Tuesday on the side of the road.
Like 10 feet from like a 30-foot drop off to a canal.
Yep.
Oh, even better.
Towards that side it broke on. So it broke, so the canal to our right, that corner is what blew up. So yeah, that's why we said that we almost died that night, because I think we had the trailer with us too. So we were hauling like, dude, 18 to 20,000 pounds, 55 miles an hour on this road. And 10 feet from the canal. And the front wheels just
Yeah. I give up, folks. I'm done.
This is the name of this episode is what not to do.
what not to do.
Yeah.
Lessons
We're not
learned
asking Ford for a
really
sponsor.
hard.
No, it'll just break down anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
the point I was
had some dude wipes for that. That's what you needed.
The point I was going to make about the Cybertruck earlier was I think that's where a lot of guys get mad at it, is that they called it a Cybertruck, and us truck guys like to try to compare it to an F-150 or an F-250, Silverado, name a truck. And it's not the same. It's different. It's a different thing. It is, I guess it's a truck, like a El Camino's a truck, I guess. Mm-hmm. It's not the same. It's cool. It can do some things better, like it's fast as shit. It's going to be faster than an F-250, but it's not an F-250. It's not going to do what an F-250 does.
It's kind of like when Chevy came out with the Avalanche.
No,
It's
God.
a truck.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, something like that. Kind of like an SUV truck.
Hate those things too.
It's like you put a Hellcat in an Avalanche,
Now that,
Ooh.
right?
I mean, if we're putting Mopar in anything, I mean, I'm down for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair. It's fair. But you got to remember to leave the yellow packaging on the front of them. PSA: to anybody that owns a fucking Dodge, pull the yellow shit off the front of your car. It's bumpers for when they ship the thing. Take them off. Like, come on.
Hey, sometimes people like the look. It's a Super Bee. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
No, it's like so you buy Pokemon cards, you leave them in the package, you know,
Yeah, right.
for future sale. Or when you buy like hats, like what was that one company of hats where it comes with the sticker on the bottom here?
Oh, yeah.
What are those
And everybody
called?
leaves them there. Yeah.
Everybody leaves them on. I don't know why.
I don't
Just
either.
like people with like Timberlands leaving the freaking price tag on them.
I haven't heard of that.
That was huge in our school.
Yeah. And
And
bad
then
thing is, you and I fought half of them.
Yeah. That or our construction teacher would walk up behind you and literally pull your tag off your boots because he's like, and put your pants on the outside of your
Yeah.
boots.
Yeah.
Oh no. Are you talking about Timberlands?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh man.
It was something.
I believe it or not, I would love to go back to that class. Is he still teaching?
He's still there. Yep.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to come up for a visit, and we are going to have to go there.
He would shit a brick. He'd like, get out.
Bad thing is, you're like the only one probably that's still in the construction business out of his fucking class. No, I mean, you remember Ben?
Yeah.
He's still doing that, but he lives in like Minnesota now.
Yeah, he's out in the middle of fucking hockey land somewhere.
Yeah. And
Hockey land? Wait. What do you mean? What's hockey land?
Minnesota.
Minnesota?
Canada, somewhere over there. I don't fucking know.
Somewhere over that way.
That's what I was thinking.
But like thinking about everybody that we graduated with,
Mm-hmm.
I think there's only one or two people that are actually still in the construction industry.
Hi, it's me. I'm the idiot. Here I am.
Yeah, but
Pretty good these days.
yeah,
Right.
I mean, you probably exceeded his expectations. I went from okay, I'm a halfway decent framer to emergency service. I want to go help people. Fuck the construction field. I'm gonna go do this.
I know I'm not going to fit through the stud cavity. I promise.
I can with an air pack on, full gear and everything. I can. 16 on center studs,
This way or this way?
widthwise.
For real?
Yeah, I swim through it.
In the comments
I'm gonna
below,
have to see
vote if
this.
you
I'm
think
gonna have to
Flinty
see
can
this.
fit through a fucking
I will
stud
literally.
cavity.
I will have somebody record it and I will send it to both of you. It will be
Please.
it will be a short.
This will be the YouTube channel. I'll build you a wall. I want to see this.
I don't.
Shit,
we don't need
dude.
to build one. We just have to go up to one of the training center. I can do it right there. We have walls built
I want
already
tape
for it.
measure on the wall, everything.
Yep, I will
Done
pull
deal.
the tape and it will show you 16 on center, and I can get through it widthwise.
I'm gonna laugh when it's the 19 and 5/8 bullshit.
Nope, it's true 16 on center.
You know how often I see 24 centers here?
Really? Down there?
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh.
I'm surprised
man.
with hurricanes and wind shear. And
It's
all
also
that
two
different stuff.
2x6 construction.
Well, that I knew. That I did.
Yeah,
No, I'm talking about. There's usually like trailers. Trailers usually have like that 24 on centers.
Yeah.
Like houses, like new construction houses being built on foundations and whatnot. I don't know. Usually see that very often.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the couple of the houses you and I've been to, they were 2x4 constructed.
Really?
Yeah,
We're down there.
very
Yeah.
few and far between. Never anything 2 stories tall. It's got to be a relatively small construction. Some of the stuff we see though is the opposite. You're talking about 2x10 uprights or more. Like,
Jiminy
and
Christmas.
You know what LVLs are?
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know what you guys call them. Laminate boards.
Yeah, laminated
we-
veneer lumber.
Yep.
Be a
See a
nerd
lot-
about it.
I wasn't sure. Some people are like, "What the hell is he talking about?" Or engineered board or whatever you call them, wherever
Sure.
you're at in the country. We see a lot of those. I mean, sometimes they're stacking like 3 of them wide for some of these beams on his houses. We see a lot of on the islands. We end up seeing a lot of steel beams being used in houses and stuff like that, especially when they're like 3, 4, 5 stories tall. On the
Jesus,
first
that's
and
a
second
hotel.
floor, you see a
It's
lot of that
insane.
stuff. So yeah, it's fun doing construction out here, man. On residential, this is all residential, and we go from steel beams and 2x10, 2x12 uprights, LVLs and stuff like that. And then we go to the other side and it's 2x4s. It's like paper thin walls, you know. You poke it with your knife and then go through the outside.
Yeah.
You gotta love it. It's crazy. I mean, even up here, it can change. But that's one thing that I've always loved about the industry is that anywhere you go, even just a state over, there's something different to know. It's a cool thing, and that's what's always kept my interest in it.
You know what I've learned going from building, the building side of things, and then learning the building construction side of the emergency services, like firefighting and everything like that. You get like the more danger aspect, because like treated lumber and everything like that, on how much time we actually lost compared to the old building construction. It's actually crazy learning like the different flammabilities of 2x4s and different materials inside that you guys deal with on a daily basis. And it's actually pretty cool learning the science behind on what you guys are doing and what I used to do, and actually going in and combating it per se.
I got 2 points I was thinking about. You just remind me of two things. First one, I bet Mikey, if me and you swap positions, to like I went up there and you came down here, I bet we'd be pulling each other's hair out, because there's just like the different things. Like we have nothing to worry about snow loading. None of it. No snow loading here, obviously. What we have is wind loading and flood zones. So we're putting everything up on stilts, putting everything up and just trying to figure out what that flood zone's at and stuff like that. It's a nightmare sometimes, and trying to get the inspectors to agree upon what needs to be outside the flood zone.
Hopefully in the next few months, Senior Mikey over there might have his chance to get his opportunity.
Potentially. Yeah. I'm still waiting for the call.
Yep.
We're ready. We would love to do it. It's funny because
it'd be fantastic.
You're talking about building on stilts and being 15 feet in the air, and I'm going 20 feet deep for shit up here for stuff.
I've been a part of construction with one basement, and what they did was they started the basement at ground level, and then they mounded dirt up to
that's not even a basement.
That's not even the basement. Not even the basement.
Hold on. I actually fought a fire with a basement down here.
What? Was it a surprise?
It was a massive surprise, because everything down here, especially where it was at, most southern part of our county, Brian, southern part of the county, nothing but
rare.
Yeah.
I know
it had a basement.
I know of 2 real basements, and both of them are flooded.
We have 23 in our county.
I bet,
I bet 22 of them are flooded.
If it makes you feel any better, I'm in a basement right now.
I've never been in a basement. Wait, no, I lied. I've been in one. It wasn't here. It was in Pennsylvania.
I was gonna say.
Oh, GG's.
Yeah. All right. So the second thing I was gonna bring up, Mikey, do you do a lot of like fire blocking?
Oh, a lot.
A lot, right? So that's what I was wondering. Like a lot of these like new construction where we're getting to these areas where it's getting highly inspected, we're doing all this fire block. Every hole, everything's getting fire blocked. I mean, between the sheetrock and the freaking studs are getting fire blocked and everything. I bet they don't burn down like they used to. I bet these new ones, like there's no way with all that fire blocking that we're using and all that the fire retardant insulation and all the different stuff we're doing, there's no way. There's so much fire stuff. No way.
6 to 7 minutes.
See, I was always told, and I agree, the fire departments that I dealt with, they said we need enough time to get in and get out. I don't care if the fucker falls over at that point. That's what we're protecting, is the amount of time to get out of the building.
You know what? I actually know this one on an island nearby that this is 6 years ago. So that housing market, before it got inflated so bad, it was 1.6 million construction house then, and it was a rental property they're using to rent out to people, and I think they're renting out for like $10,000 to $15,000 like a day, something crazy, right? So you're renting out to like big family groups and stuff. Anyways, so they left the grill on in the back the first day because the owners told them like, hey, the grill's never been used. Turn the grill on, leave it on for a couple hours to burn off all the like the oils and stuff like that come from manufacturing before you throw something on there because it'll make it taste bad. So what do these guys do? They turn the grill on, and they got drunk, and they forgot about it. And it lit the back of the house on fire. And evidently the thing was burning, like the back half of the house was burning for 3 hours before somebody was walking down the beach at 3 o'clock in the morning. Go figure, I don't know why. And then called the fire department that a house is on fire. And they didn't know which one it was because they saw it from the beach.
that big one.
So that's, but yeah.
We could talk about, I could talk about the fire science behind all that. It is, we don't have enough time in this podcast because I know we're probably going to start wrapping it up here, but it's all about material and what the material is made. Just the material itself, because a single wide trailer could take 3 to 4 minutes to be completely engulfed.
That I can see for sure.
Standard, three bedroom single story home, ranch style home, it's 6 to 7 minutes if it is a room and contents fire inside the building. So if it depends on if it's I just had a brain aneurysm. Freaking what is it called? What we have on the outside of our houses.
Siding?
No, not siding.
You think it's stucco?
Yeah, the stucco. Like the stucco is gonna
concrete siding.
Yeah, the concrete siding. Now they do make the stucco like hardy board type deal.
Sure.
It's for siding and all that stuff. It just depends on all that. Like we could get down to the nitty gritty and actually talk about how combustible that stuff is. I mean, it's down to the particle.
Sure.
But that house could have been burning for 3 hours on the outside because it wasn't at the right temperature to catch the outside siding on fire.
Yeah, and it was stuck on the back. It was actually stuck with tabby. So, but that's what I was saying. Like on the outside of the houses, they're usually non-flammable components, like concrete components, and then a lot of times we see in like OSB with some sort of fire retardant on it, or like coating on the outside, or maybe it's just not fireproof, waterproof. Then you got the polyurethane in the middle, and then every hole, everything like that is fire blocked, and then on the inside is sheetrock, again non-flammable. So it's like, what is there to even burn on some of these new houses?
It's everything they burn down because of the stuff inside.
Yeah, I was gonna say your shit.
Yeah,
yeah.
But like
it's the couches.
There ain't no carpet. I was say there ain't no carpet. You see, they're all tiled up and everything.
Still, that insulates the fire. It gets it hotter. Your couch burns at 1,700 degrees, fully ignited. I mean, that's going to catch the rest of your sheetrock on fire. Sheetrock actually burns really well. Then it's going to catch your studs on fire. Then it's going to continue just to burn and everything like that. And the stucco houses, compared to the concrete houses that we have down here, would probably take anywhere from 7 to 10 minutes to be completely engulfed, compared to something up in Mikey's area where it is like plastic siding and 2x4s and OSB, just sheeting, where it would have taken anywhere from 5 to 6, maybe 5 to 6, 7 minutes.
Right.
It's also the atmosphere. You got to think we are a hell of a lot more humid down here, so fires don't happen as much, because like I could contest from being a firefighter up north, they burn a lot.
Yeah, I don't hear. I know there's fires around here, but we never really hear about it too much.
No, we had one my last shift.
That's because they have the Flinty T-Dog, 99.39 on the truck, baby.
On the truck. He's there in 30 seconds or less, spraying water at anything red. Don't be wearing a red shirt.
Drop your Crocs and grab your socks. It's Truck 36, boys. But it's just there's a lot to take into it, because like his atmosphere is a lot different where he's at compared to where we're at, and once it gets to the dry season, what do we fight a lot of? Brush fires.
Sure. Yeah, I do hear about those. You see those? They're like giant plumes of smoke. You see them off in the distance.
Yep, we had a 3-agency one last year.
Jeez,
golly.
Yeah, but
I was working.
Go ahead.
So I was working north of us. I think I sent you a Snapchat of it. I was working north of us, and off in the distance, just like it was like in this area is all cornfields and stuff like that. You can see really far away, but off in the distance, dude, it looked like somebody had set 1,000 acres on fire. It was huge. I was like, what the world's going on up there? And hopefully they did it on purpose. That's all I could say.
Yeah, but it's crazy on how seeing the differences from, because like Mikey, and I mean even you knew where I'm from up in Pennsylvania, the older construction houses up there, I mean, burned like a motherfucker. But you could spend a lot more time in, as I say, play in it.
Sure.
Compared to down here or some of the newer construction homes where it's a lot less time.
Sure.
Because if you have a room and contents fire, then it's gonna get worse faster because of the people are trying to go cheaper and more, try to pump out more material as much as they can. Like treated lumber, horrible.
Sure.
Yes, breathe in a little bit of arsenic.
I couldn't imagine like what the engineered, like, not to pick on IKEA, don't get upset, but all your shit's pressboard engineered shit. I couldn't imagine what the flame spread of something like that is.
Fast as
I know,
fuck, boy.
Rocket fuel levels.
Yes. I mean, that's a good way to sum it up right there. I mean,
Yeah.
anything like OSB nowadays, it's just literally glued together wood chips.
Yep.
Glue's flammable. Just saying. And it's like, just look up on YouTube on like some of like the fire dynamic, like how they do like little OSB houses and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You could actually see the different ways and like how much OSB could actually burn.
Sure.
It's actually crazy.
It's definitely something, and it's like I said, as you go throughout the country. I'm curious if you're listening to the podcast. Tell us down in the description below or the comments below where you're from. Be curious to see and hear, as a listener, what maybe some of your construction theories or uses are, or maybe some of the recent fires that you've heard, because that obviously we have a lot of knowledge inside of that. But inside of the description, make sure that you click that link, and we'd love to have you come on the podcast. So take a moment to go in and fill out the Become the Guest form on the website. It's in the link in the description. On the top of the website, it says Become a Guest. Fill out the form. The team will get notified. We'll put you through the ringer and then bring you on and grill you. We won't leave you on for 6 hours to burn down the mansion on the island, but we'll get you on. We'll have a good time. Also, make sure that you check out the patch hats, the limited edition patch hat collaboration with Bad and Brimmed out of Cleveland. So thank you, Tipsy, if you're listening. We appreciate you and love you. Big hugs and hearts and kisses. We
The
love
sexy
you,
hats.
Tipsy.
Sexy hats.
Yes. Make
But
sure
also
you get your hat ordered.
don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok.
Yes. All the fun places that you can hang out in the social media. We would like to tell you go out and touch grass, but make sure you listen to the podcast first. But boys, we appreciate you hanging out this evening. It's been fun. And a huge shout out to our new software platform, Riverside. Thank you for supporting this loveliness as we learn and grow the podcast here. But boys, thank you. Gang, we'll catch you on the next one. Love you. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.